Boom.
So.
John Duffin here. Duffin Coaching, Duffin Media, welcoming you back to another episode
Duffin Coaching.
How's that, brother?
Yes.
Follow. How's that, baby?
Yes.
Welcoming all of you back. Easy for me to say, to another episode of Your Monday Motivation, where my partner in crime, superstar and superstar lender Chad Levine, and I get to kickstart your week. Folks, this is the platform, often imitated, never duplicated. And we welcome you back for another episode. Hey, buddy boy, good to see you, man.
What up, dude? I am fired the F up. I feel like I'm walking around with like one of those flares, like, you know, the road flares sticking out of my rear end. Like that's
so there you go. And by the way, good timing with all the problems with 95. So you may be very helpful to the
follow me this way.
And always play it safe. Don't light that up too much. But man, it's just great to see. I got to commend you. So our superstar coach, lender, interviewer has been doing a killer job on interviews, and I've just been loving the content that you're putting out there.
Thank you.
And folks, we give you morning, and our buddy Chad Levine gives you evening as well too. And so
yeah, I'm trying. Some of these people are a little apprehensive with the later ones. I'm working on one. I didn't even tell Jason this. Jason, I hope you're available tomorrow.
At 4 a.m.
Yeah. No. Actually, she wants to go regular daytime. But I've been trying the night. It's just, I don't know. It's a different feel, man. It's a different feel, but it almost feels like, can I give you the best possible explanation?
Do it.
It's like after your day and you want to have a bourbon and a cigarette. You know,
that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like watching, and I get to do that vicariously, right? So I don't do either of them anymore. But the fact of the matter is, it feels that way. It feels more rough. It feels more
good.
And I commend you. It's the trying different things. I think that's a big deal. Some people will say, well, you really need to stick to your lane, focus on that one thing and what have you. And I also believe that you don't necessarily know that what you're doing to start out a week. Yeah, I'm only going to focus on X. You don't know if it's the right X. And I feel like sometimes it's so worth it just to widen the lens a little bit. And I'm just watching you, and I'm watching the results and the likes, the views, the comments. And I think it says a lot. So I think that's a big damn deal, man. And so, you know.
And you know what, John? I got to tell you, man, what I've learned, and it's so relevant to today's theme.
Right.
And honestly, John doesn't even know this, guys. I'm literally going to sum up today's show theme, and I didn't even come up with it until now. Okay. And it's based off of his quote. It's based off of what I put up, and it's based off of a couple things I read. I'm going to start with what I read. Maybe that'll put some context.
Awesome. Do it.
Okay. So for me, today's show theme is going the distance. All right. Too often I've gone a little bit and stopped and a little bit and stopped. And I know we've talked about this in the past, but certain things have happened in my life recently. As you know, we've opened a new office. I say we. I'm so ingrained with Opus Elite. I work with other agents. I work with other brokerages. I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose sight of that, guys. I work with other agents, other brokerages. But I've gone so deep with Mark and Volcon because they're such good friends, and I feel so connected to them in the business. That they've opened a new office in South Jersey. I actually have a physical office in there. I feel deeply connected to helping it grow. I feel like it's part of my baby as well. And that's a good thing. I hope that doesn't deter other people that work at other brokerages, because that's, if you know me, I'm loyal. It doesn't matter who you work with. I'm there till the end. But my whole point is, John, there have been so many times where I've wanted to say to myself, well, maybe I'll pivot into something else. Well, is this going to work? Well, I got, and it gets worse as you move on, right? And you have kids and you have a family and you want to retire and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And you know what's even funnier, John? As mortality becomes more of a reality, I'm finding myself grasping for more too. because I'm not where I want to be. Look, guys, part of this show is John and I are not at the end of the road preaching from a soapbox.
Oh, good Lord, no. Not even a little bit.
We're both in this journey with you. We are
Mm-hmm.
both in this journey with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not where I want to be, but you know what, John?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to force myself to go all in. I'm trying to force myself to say, keep going. You're not giving it your all. Stop mentally checking out. Push and push and push. And John, I'm going to tell you something I read, then we're going to go into your quote. I'm fired up.
Great. Do it.
All right. So, and you're going to love this. I don't know who said it. So sorry, guys. I'm not going to quote the person who did, and it's not that deep. But it simply said, if you're willing to watch a Netflix series in its entirety and push through, even when the first few episodes are slow, why aren't you willing to do the same with your goals? It's crazy. Think about that.
Right?
Like, I watched the first couple episodes of Yellowstone and Game of Thrones, and I'm like, same with Succession. But because my friend said, you got to stick with it, I sticked with it, and I loved it.
Right.
Why the hell am I shortchanging my goals?
See? And it's that quick give up. That quick that's put the brakes on. Oh, I'm season one. Season one, Schitt's Creek. For me, season one. People are like, just get through it. Just get through it. Hey, Rosalie, good morning. But it's amazing to me, right? That oh my God, that sense of checking out. There's no reason to do that.
So I love this. John is about to quote a scholar and a proven person, and I quoted some schmuck on.
But I love it though. But it's
I know.
It's so true and right. And I love the fact it just feels. By the way, I feel like that's even more relatable. And for the bourbon and cigarette crowd, I know they'll. And that's a great crowd, folks. That ain't a shot. That's a great crowd. So I sometimes get a little jealous. But the fact of the matter.
I'll tell you, there's something and I don't know what other word to use to do it justice. It's the orgasmic part of it runs into the whole, and I'm not trying to go super X-rated here, guys, but the bourbon and cigarette after a nice long day, it's
So if you're gonna promote a show, what the hell? I love that you love Yellowstone, Rosalie, and thank you for being here. It means a lot to me. By the way, if you're gonna promote.
And thank you for the interaction. Will everyone else wake the hell up?
Exactly. It's Monday. We've woken up and it's and literally on fire. Folks, here's what I was going to say. If you're going to promote
I really threw you up.
Saying bourbon, cigarettes, orgasm, it's like, okay, it's you should be running Netflix. Is what you should be doing. Right? And then nobody would I'd watch the whole thing. But so look, folks, so it's Monday, right? And I'm feeling great, and my buddy is obviously feeling great too, and I appreciate you too, Rosalie. Thank you. And the fact of the matter is that it's important. It's really important. I feel like that you can, like, I keep coming back to a theme, this sense of allowing yourself to check out or put on the brakes or coast, because either there's more time or I'm not ready or I'm this. I was feeling it this morning. I was feeling a lot of things. I'll drop the quote and I'll give you the details in a moment. The quote, folks, is from David Goggins, who I love to death, by the way. And the quote is this. It's an easy one. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. That's the quote. And in 2 minutes, I think I can sum this up. I think. But I would say this. When I saw this, it felt true. There you go. In terms of the sense of, I've got a lot of pieces of things in the air, and I'm not telling you that to impress you, and I'm not telling you that to pat myself on the back, but a lot of pieces. And I get intimidated sometimes, and I get overwhelmed sometimes, and I'm like, okay, these people want me to present, and these people want me to do video, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm not seeing the end game. I'm just seeing the starting points. And I feel like what's really important for me is if I'm just seeing starting points sometimes, yeah, you might see possibilities, but you get overwhelmed. And I was feeling that this morning. Like, okay, this is a lot. I don't know where it's going. I don't know where it's going to be. So the realization for me is this: the pieces of things, the reminder. So I've been doing this for a couple of years. My partner in crime has been doing this for absolutely, oh my gosh, got to be approaching 4 years in terms of putting out viable, strong content. And the truth is, it's so easy to get these overwhelmed or put the brakes on or give up or pivot. And I have no interest. We just talked about it. Sure, widen the lens, widen the scope of things, try different things. But the giving up part, the stopping part is so stupid. Sorry. I've done that in my time. I have no desire or intention to put the brakes on. I don't believe, and this is a lot of you should either. The fact of the matter is, how we help in this regard is a simple reminder. You've got vision, you've got goals. Screw Netflix. If you need the bourbon and cigarettes and the sex part, well, then go have at it. But the fact is, make sure you finish.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I take the timer really seriously.
Wait, John,
do it.
That summed it up.
Do it.
Make sure you finish the bourbon, the cigarettes, the snacks.
Okay, we may be moving this into the special PM edition of this show.
Woo! Wow.
There you go.
Sorry.
There you go. I wasn't intending it, but hell, we got there. So, all you, brother.
That's another line. I wasn't intending it, but we got there.
Jesus, it's one of
Sorry. Oh my God, I'm on fire today, guys.
I know. I like it.
Wow. Woo! Sorry, I don't mean to go so south so quick, but anyway, look, guys, I'm just going to reiterate what I've already started the show with, and I feel like the electricity and the passions there. You know, let's always relate this. Yeah, this did take a turn.
Yeah.
Let's relate this to what John and let's go real, John. Let's go super deep. So let's talk about our collaboration first.
Yep.
Okay. When we started, I knew there was something about John that I had to do. Like there was something about him where we would jive and there's something we would do. And when we get together and we're in this environment, this is where we shine. Right. Yep. This is where you and I can make fireworks happen. And I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. I absolutely knew it. Yep. And, you know, I think I've helped you get more focused in getting into the coaching. And you've helped me realize a passion that I've ultimately always had. Right. And you're giving me that kick in the arse and you're saying, like, let's go, bro. Like, let's go. Let's get it going. Now, take it further. Right. We're looking for things. They were like, all right, like I called you last week and I'm like, you know what? We got to think about what we're doing and all this other crap. Absolutely. And then I realized before I went on my other show, I texted John. I'm like, I'm not stopping this. And here's the reason why. I know for a fact, forget what comes of it. It's what it does for the both of us. Right. Yeah. It's therapeutic. It allows us to showcase who we are, what we do. There's no way it's not going to help our brands and our business. There's no way. No. And there's no way it's not going to lead to something more. So that's number one. Right. Number two is what it's doing for other people. Because I know whether it's directly who's looking at it now or who's looking at it later, there's some things in here that are resonating. There are things that are going. And honestly, John, I don't think I ever want to stop this because I'm in love with what we do. And the content to me is pure gold. And honestly, guys, it's unscripted. And I liken this to radio. I go live. Everyone always says this to me. They're like, why do you go live all the time? Why don't you record? And I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm better at being raw. I'm better at being raw. If you look at something recorded for me, it's not me. Like if I slip up, oh well. You know what I mean? And the reason I'm saying all this is because John, I'm forcing us both to go deeper. You're going to come out with Duffin coaching. You're going to kick major ass. You're so good at what you do. People are going to be so blessed to have you. And I think the further you go, the more success you're going to have. And I'm going to do the same for myself. I'm going to start getting out there more and creating programs that give people value and motivate them and give them that.
Yeah. And I love this. First of all, I appreciate the kind words. I'm going to shoot back in terms of my co-host. That it's one of the things that I think is really important is my wish for Chad Levine is I love the box, so to speak. I love the box. I love what we do. But I want to see the box removed. So in literal sense on a stage, because I really believe in my heart that fire, that energy, if you can come through a StreamYard or a virtual setting, if you can pierce that, well, the fact of the matter is they're the people I believe that should be live, that should be unfettered, that should be. And I just believe, especially, I've known that all along, but I've really seen it lately in regards to especially the interview technique and just the ease. There's an ease. And so, folks, that's what I'm seeing with my partner. And that's really important in terms of my own vision, is for sharing the vision, which is, like I said, with my buddy Chad, which is, this is serious in my head. Is, you should be on stages. And so one of the things I'm doing, and folks, in terms, I believe what this show really comes down to is an understanding, a realization, and then freaking action. So what are you going to do about all this? Okay, now we know this. Great. Now what? So one of the things I did and have done is I joined, and I love the name of this, speakermatch.com. And so
okay, that's cool.
I haven't gotten any dates, but I've got it, and that's one of the things, and I will be sharing that more.
Very cool.
In terms of my partner here, because I think it's something that you should be aware of. But folks, what you choose to do to not give up is exactly, Rosalie, take action. It's not necessarily critical which one you take. It is imperative that you take something, because waiting until this afternoon when you're feeling better, not that I know what that's like, waiting until you feel more revved up, or, well, it's summer and it's a Monday, Tuesday, I will crush this. Don't. What was just said earlier is this works for me personally. If I can wish anything for anybody, literally my wish for you is this: realize there's no reason to freaking stop. You make the worst. I really believe you can make really bad decisions.
100%, John.
When you're
I make the worst decisions when I question myself.
Yeah.
And you know what? If they're the wrong decisions and I made them confidently, who gives a shit?
Oh, well, then you make a new one. But if it's because I'm in bed and I want to sleep an extra half hour, that's a terrible decision. Here's the realization, folks. When I'm in a good head, I can make, you just said it, I'll make whatever decision I want on a Monday. Pivot, move, analyze, whatever. I'm tired. I'm concerned. I'm doubting myself. Whatever. I make awful decisions. So here's a takeaway. Put yourself in a good position today. Literally take 5 minutes. The whole point of this show is to awaken people so that you can make that one good decision. What the hell are you going to do today? Just one thing. Pick one. You know what I mean? And if you don't like it, pick another one. But don't roll over. Don't. And as I said, I'm speaking to me as much as I'm speaking outwards here. Don't roll over. Don't quit. As I said, it was funny. I got to do a bunch of fun stuff this weekend, and most of that was exciting.
That's right, Rosalie.
Oh my God, I lived most of my life.
I feel like Rosalie's our third host today.
Right. And as I said, kudos. Right. Yeah. All right. The special Duffin medium mug. Oh, wait, there's coffee in it, so I can't give that away. But the fact of the matter is, folks, it's like, put yourself in a good position. We talked about this last week. Talk to somebody. Freaking talk to somebody. Don't sit making by yourself in a bad mood. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to just check out. You know what? I think I'm going to give up the podcast. You know what? I think I'm going to give up.
But it happens. It's a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster. And to get even more granular, I'd say let's give people some even more advice. Take action, right? That will feed that it's the word I'm looking for. That instant gratification, that level of addiction, right?
So give me an example. Take action to feed that.
I mean, I'll give you it in two ways. All right. So the first way is in my business in real estate. As soon as a deal comes in, it's literally like drinking a cup of the highest caffeinated beverage you can think of, and you're like, whoa, like that's how you feel. That's how you feel. And once you get that, forget about it. It's like you can float. I mean, you float on the clouds, you're posting in social media, people are ready to rip their shirts off, right? So that's in that arena. The second arena, I think, is more in the coaching space,
right?
Where I see people actually doing the things I'm telling them and taking the advice. When you go out and you give somebody one enlightenment, one thing they didn't think about, one thing that turns their mind and shifts it, one thing that will get you addicted. So
that's all.
That's why I say, whatever it is you do, right? Get really small and take one step, get that level of addiction, kickstart that, and then use that to get you onto the path.
To make whatever next decision you want to make. I love that. And that's me, as I said, then you're in a position to make good decisions. Good decisions, to me, lead to better actions, but mostly make sure it leads to a freaking action. You know what I mean? An action is it's really important. I'm still laughing at your description at the beginning.
Listen, I like to call myself the relatable Joe. You're the scholar, and we need that, because honestly, we need the scholar, and I'm the street, the scholar in the street.
20 years at Villanova, no one would be calling me the scholar with that track record, but I'm still picturing you. It's not the sparkler, it's not the firecracker. What the hell?
You know what, John, this is the other thing. Like, this is where you get, our business is getting in front of people so that they listen to us, right?
Yeah.
But it's not just a business, it's what other people need to do for themselves. You need to get in front of people. Like, you need to do it. Like, you need to have the courage to say, you know what? The time is now. It's not going to happen tomorrow. Like, I got to go for it. And you got to get yourself in that position. And honestly, that's what I believe. I always say this, and it's true. And I've learned this about myself. If I can get your attention, it's going to happen. If I can get your attention, if I can get my foot in that little crack, that's it. It's going to happen. You're going to walk away saying, holy crap. And that's what I want. That's what I want. And that's what you got to do. You've got to do that to somebody else today. You've got to say, you know what, whatever you do for a living, right? I don't care what it is. You bake cookies, you put the flowers together. You're a personal trainer. You're an attorney. You're a doctor. I don't care who it is. You've got to lay that foundation so that someone says, damn, they're good. Damn.
I need to listen to them. And folks, won't it be cool when that one person happens to be you? So it's just put yourself in that position, take that one action that makes sense, be in the right mindset. Damn it, the mindset part. Get in a position, wake yourself the hell up so that you can make a smart decision that betters you, because ultimately the only way you're going to help somebody else is, as I said, but get yourself right. Make it easy. Just
and for God's sakes, with today's show, guys, go the distance.
Absolutely.
Go the distance. Don't stop. Put your head down. Put on the helmet and batter through that O-line. Right?
Damn right. Oh my God. Damn right, man. Damn right. Folks, I feel like we just crushed this, and really it just comes down to, I love that analogy too. Yes,
you do, Rosalie.
Yeah,
Rosalie, I don't know what is Rose. Do you know Rosalie personally?
Yeah, so I know Rosalie well.
So what does Rosalie do? Tell me about
Rosalie? Helps families by navigating their insurance needs and financial needs, and is quite good at it. So, as I said, helping families with a full financial plan that includes insurance and other investment opportunities.
So we're gonna give Rosalie an assignment, just like we give ourselves an assignment.
Deal.
Okay. Rosalie, your job today is to walk into your town, whatever area you serve or whatever area you're comfortable in.
Canada.
And
She's
walk
in Canada.
She's in Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, even better. Good for you.
Yeah, right.
and walk up to 5 Canadians today and say to them, "Hi, my name is Rosalie, and I think I can do something to improve your life." Do it. Do it with courage and conviction. And if 5 of them say no, who cares?
Exactly.
Who cares? You know why? You're going to go home feeling good about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And if they say yes, cool. But
Even
you've got to look at them and say, I can help change your life. I do something that I know can help you.
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't, what's the worst that happens? That's it.
Nothing.
I
absolutely love that. And yes, to me, yep, on it. Get on.
All right, Rosalie, next week I want to hear it back. And right. John, my job is to commit to going forward with the coaching. I need my site. I need my logo, right? I'm going to talk to Jason about that stuff.
Yeah.
And I am going, when it's up and ready, I'm going to come back to you and say, all right, John, what do I need to do next?
Yeah. So that's, and I love that. And for me, like I said, so I have, as I said, I have to, I'm stealing the one from Rosalie. It's 5 people to coach. 5 people to coach. 5 clients to coach will lead to more speaking opportunities. I get to speak tomorrow at 11 a.m. Live, and I'm excited for this ad.
Where are you talking?
Keller Williams, Philadelphia.
John, if those people don't come out of that room as if it were a burning building, so fired up, ready to hire you, come on, man. Come on, John.
Right? I feel damn right about exactly right. It's going to be great. And I'm really excited for that. And I'll tell you, folks, this show does an amazing service selfishly to me. I know it helps, but it really does, because it changes my whole mood. So now I'm going to rely on way more than just getting ready for tomorrow. So I feel great about this. So, brother, we got our marching orders, and I feel fantastic about this.
Me too.
I'm really glad we pulled this off today, and I appreciate the kind words. And folks, you've just heard another episode of the original Your Monday Motivation, where me and my dear friend, superstar partner, Chad Levine, get to do what?
Give you your weekly kick in the arse.
Boom.
Hairy, not hairy, whatever kind of arse you got. We don't discriminate.
We don't discriminate here at all, folks. Much love. Have a great Monday. Go get